Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-academic orientation for school year 2021-2022. I am your presenter for today, Ms. Beverly Joanne P. Rolda, or known as Teacher Bevs, your MAPI coordinator and part of the senior high school faculty teaching subjects in grade 11 and 12. My talk for today is the essential elements of digital citizenship. We have last year talked about the 9 elements of digital citizenship. Now we will go over and deeper on what are the essential elements of digital citizenship. A quick recap: students need to be educated on how to be good citizens of their country and what their rights and responsibilities are as members of society. The same issues need to be addressed with regards to the emerging digital society so that students can learn how to be responsible and productive members of that society. This is a recap coming from Mike Ribble, the owner or the writer of the Digital Citizenship in Schools. Kids have always had technology in their lives, and many educators assume their students are competent tech users, more competent in fact than themselves. In reality, not all students are as tech savvy as their teachers might assume. And although students may be comfortable using technology, they may not understand how to use it appropriately or how to harness the power of technology to pursue their passions and contribute to their community. These are but for a fact that on your genre, on your age, you are all tech savvy, as what we would say. You are all so good in manipulating digital technology. But is it used properly? So we have the 3 essential elements. So we have respect, educate, and protect. First we have is respect. The first one is digital access. Advocating for equal digital rights and access is where digital citizenship starts. This is where digital divide comes in, where in fact, some people do not have gadgets for them to use, or some people would have the gadget, but there will be no access for internet. So that will be digital divide as to we call it. How do we have that equal rights? As much as we would want to, but of course, with what is happening as of the moment, not everybody will have that equal digital rights in using digital access. Digital etiquette, as what we have learned from yesterday, there are certain rules and policies, but those are not enough. We need to teach everyone or learn from each other about how appropriate it is to be, how to be properly be in conduct online. And last for respect we have is digital law. It's critical that users understand how to properly use and share each other's digital property. Sometimes we are manipulative. We abuse of the usage of the digital law, that we do not know that there are certain laws to be followed when we use something or we copy something digitally and we use someone's work. That is somehow an example of it. Cybercrime is part of it, the digital law, when we abuse and we misuse, we steal. So it is part of digital law. And of course, for the second one we have is educate. So digital communication, with so many communication options available, students need to learn how to choose the right tools according to their audience and message. Now, when we go through with digital communication, if you are to converse with your teachers online, you use, of course, the learning management system. For us, we have the Schoology when it is about school related. And of course, we add in the messenger because we also have the group chat, as what we would call. It is also part of the digital communication where we transact schoolwork sometimes, not actually schoolworks, but school conversations over group chats with our classmates and teachers. Also, how to properly use the digital communication tools that we have around, like for the messenger, we have the Viber, and we have WhatsApp. Sometimes we get to use these apps for businesses and for personal usage. For personal usage, Messenger is the best amongst all. Digital literacy. This involves more than being able to use tools. Digital literacy is about how to find, evaluate, and cite digital materials. Okay, so as for the 2 years that we are having now with the online learning and with the online classes that we have, of course, the biggest part of it is doing your research online and being literate about it and how to research, how to look for the proper material for what we need. And these tools that that is being open for us to use, we should at least acknowledge people who are having a great time and who did big time on this. And sharing this, we must respect and educate ourselves in giving that respect back to the people using or who gave us these materials online. Okay, so that is part of digital literacy. And then, of course, how to be literate, you need also learn how to evaluate what you see, what you read online. Is it true? Is it fake news? Am I supposed to believe on this? Or when you see something that catches your attention, you can what? Research on it if it's true. If it's fake, if it's a fake site, you may look upon it, learn more about it, how to determine the fake news and the true news, as we would say. And last of educate we have is digital commerce. As students make more purchases online, they must understand how to be effective consumers in a digital economy. Of course, we have the Lazada, we have the Shopee, and for food, of course, we have the Food Panda. We need to be, as what I've mentioned, effective consumers. How do you know if the product is correct? Or how do you know if the one that you're choosing is quality based? How will you know if the one selling is a scammer? How will you know if you are dealing with the right person selling the product? So you also need to be effective consumers. You need to think twice before purchasing such. Protect is the last one. We have digital rights and responsibilities. Students must understand their basic digital rights to privacy and freedom of speech. This is somehow being misused and abused, actually. The privacy is for you to keep on or keep yourself to yourself, your responsibility being that proper person owning such account. The freedom of speech. Choose your battles online. No? It is always a must. Because why? Sometimes when people follow our account, this is what we call as the digital footprint. People follow you around, especially if you're popular, not just in school, but of course, if you're popular around, people will follow you online and that your digital footprint will be seen. Whatever you post, whatever they see on your news feed, it is part of you. And I strongly suggest that you get to watch whatever it is that you are fighting for online. Digital safety and security. Digital citizens need to know how to safeguard their information by controlling privacy settings. You do not need to put all in your information in your account because there are criminals lurking online and would want to hack your account, would want to know your personality And your privacy would be what? What happens? Something happens online, your account will be hacked and be stolen. That is part of it. So that is why the very basics of this is to create a strong password to all of your accounts that you manage, whatever platform that they may be. And lastly, for protect is the digital safety and security. One important aspect of living in a digital world is knowing when to unplug. Students need to make informed decisions about how to prioritize their time and activities online and offline. Okay, so we need to detach sometimes from the social media. We need to rest, okay, our eyes and unplug to what is going on around you. It is not bad for you to unplug from time to time, or because you are so stressed with what you're seeing now, with what you keep on seeing on the news feed because of the COVID-19, it is your right to detach. Okay, it is your right as someone who is mostly online to detach once in a while. We have 3 simple tips. So of course, as you can see, be safe, be savvy, be social. Be safe, protect yourself and others. So it's almost everyone has found opportunities online that you enjoy on a regular basis. So it's whether like playing games or keeping up with friends or just seeing what is happening around you. You need to balance online hours with connecting to people in the real world. It's exciting to learn, explore, and create online, but we also need to teach children, you, that digital tools wield a significant amount of power, that they should be wary and watchful for potential issues. Social media is very powerful, and you need to balance that, talking to people physically and online. But of course, with what is happening now, you're mostly online and you are keeping on track with friends online. As unlike before, during the face-to-face, it is easy for you to balance things. But now, of course, now you need to balance yourself and protect and sometimes detach, as what I've mentioned earlier. Be savvy, educate yourself and others. So digital tools spread across a variety of platforms, provide you ways to communicate and share with those near and far. From email and social media to collaboration tools such as G Suite for education and cloud storage, students today need a solid understanding of which solution is best for a given situation, and also need to know how to use it effectively. Now, you need to also learn how to educate, store some files, especially in school, or learn how to use the email properly. Digital literacy can also help us determine what is true versus what may not be accurate, as mentioned a while ago. Learn how to distinguish real news to fake news. While, of course, this is important when it comes to learning about and understanding world events, the ability to distinguish fallacy from fact is equally important in daily life. Be social. Respect yourself and others. So treating others with respect and empathy are key elements of digital citizenship. May it be online or face-to-face, empathy is somehow one of the keys for us to be able to relate efficiently online. Rules, policies, and laws help to frame everyone be better online users. So remember, the internet never forgets unless you delete it permanently. My last note on this is our goal is to become your best selves online. So digital citizenship is the answer. The discussion surrounding digital citizenship has been growing, but not everyone can agree on its definition. Because of the 9 elements, it is so broad, it is so wide. Some see it as online safety, and others think it's a way to address cyberbullying. Some people even define it as knowledge in a digital age. It is all of these things. Digital citizenship isn't about replacing who we are in the real world, but about expanding the possibilities of who we might become when we know and understand how to harness the power of our digital tools. So these are my references: IST blog, Essential Elements of Digital Citizenship, also by Mike Ribble, and EdTech Focus on K-12, the top 3 elements of student digital citizenship, Mike Ribble, June 17, 2018. And I thank you. I hope you learned a lot. And if you would want to review, go back to the 9 elements of digital citizenship, you may like or share over my YouTube account. Yes, I have. Thank you and good day.